So FIS went on to do the Olympics in Japan,
Yep.
right?
I was the race director there.
With that,
That nightmare.
then girlfriend.
Were you there? You didn't.
No, but my then girlfriend Yenny Wara, she was on the Swedish team.
Yeah.
So she was.
I know Yenny. She's a great lady.
Yeah. She was like. I remember she like won the contest before the Olympics, got second at another one, like had a good build, and then she got that Hong Kong flu virus there.
Oh.
And was sick as a dog. Like, I remember
compete.
just like, oh my god. Yeah, well, she qualified third or some shit and got I think 8th or 9th, in the back of the heat. But like, she had a good run,
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's dating me. At the same time, I'm like the anti-Olympic guy.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And my girlfriend's in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So it's like I just had.
How did that feel? What was that like?
I just went with it. Like at a certain point, I remember arguing with her, not arguing, but like going. She was like, yeah, I did a frontside Indy. And I'm like, it's not a frontside Indy. It's just a frontside air. Indy is only backside wall. Like I started going off and she's like, I said something and she goes, I don't care. And I just remember going, good answer. Like you don't care.
I
like,
better shut up.
Yeah, well, it just doesn't matter at a certain point. You know what I mean? Like it does to a certain point on Facebook. Then you get like people getting so weird about it, like trick names and whatever. It's just silly.
Yeah.
But like she was the one that really put in perspective. It was like, what does it matter? I snowboard and I do a trick and I grab here and I call it something close to what you call it.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, fair enough.
I'm a snowboarder.
And she also rollerbladed, but I made her call them fruit boots at all times. Like, I'm going to go fruit booting now.
Fruit booting.
Yeah. I never let her. So here we are in the 90s here. What do you call it? The FIS goes into the Olympics. Mm-hmm. Ross Rebelgatti. That was amazing. Do you want to hear like the side story that I have about that?
Tell me the side story because I had to live that. I know exactly what
going
happened.
up the chairlift with that guy it had to be 92, 93, well before the Olympics years. And it was Duck Boy and I. We were smoking a joint in the lift. I think Brushy. We're all sitting there. We're going up to Craig's camp. Smoking this joint. We hand it to Ross. And Ross is like, he just like. I'd rather suck dick than smoke
pot. Oh, really?
Pot.
And now he's selling Ross's gold now.
Totally. No, then he gets, and I really believe his story that because he wasn't a big stoner back then. I think he just became what that is because maybe I didn't know him that happened in '92. I didn't know him after that up to the Olympics.
Naive.
So.
Little naive.
No, but I always like to picture him going. I actually was at a party. I actually did. And then everybody made so much fun of it that he just went with it. You know what I mean? Because I just didn't see him as a stoner. You know what I mean? I do now.
Yeah.
He's embedded that into pop culture.
Yeah, he's making millions with it too.
But, yeah, that's amazing.
The story is pretty amazing. It was like a nightmare for me because my first Olympics. Right?
Yeah, totally. I was like, if it wasn't Ranquet or Roach in Japan, then what killed me. What I always thought was funny was here were all these racers. They were the ones going, we want in the Olympics, and all the freestyle was like, no, it doesn't matter. Whatever the argument was, doesn't matter. But point being, when the racers finally got in, their star guy that won the fucking gold got caught smoking pot.
Of course. But there was
amazing.
3 other positive tests for marijuana that same day.
Yeah? Who else?
I don't know the names.
What countries?
I don't know the countries. I know the ladies' Super G was that day. And I don't know what else. I think it was a hockey game.
Okay, you're saying of other sports.
Yeah, other sports.
Okay.
Not just, no, snowboarding was...
And it probably barely came up in the hockey, right?
No, it was, well...
It was a slow news week, let's put it that way.
The story is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I'm standing in the bottom of the half pipe watching half pipe training, and I get my cell phone rings, and it's John Franco. Ted, we just had a positive test. Don Franco.
Sorry. So Don said that we have a positive on Rob Bugatti.
Yeah.
What the fuck
and
do we
you're
do?
probably going to have some media in your face. You're going to be the spokesperson for this. I turn around, there's 4 or 5
already.
Cameras, yes. CBS, everybody. I think it was CBS at that time.
Just played into itself, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Tell us what's going on. And I don't have any information.
Yeah.
Yet. So the information that I get was that Ross tested positive. The actual story is Ross tested positive. He had the minimal amount you can have in your blood.
Yeah.
Which I believe at the time, according to FIST rules, was 15 nanograms of THC per milliliter of blood. It was written clear in the rules. So he tests positive.
So 15.
15, which is really just walking through a room where
I was going to say, I'm probably at 45 right now.
Problem. So then Ross appeals to CAS, the Court of Sport Arbitration.
Wait, what's CAS?
It's CAS,
Okay.
Court of Sport Arbitration,
Okay.
but it's...
Yeah. You can't go
FISTED. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So he appeals, which anybody would do normally, right? It's the highest governing body in the world that hears appeals for sports. All right.
I wish I knew about them in 1990.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ross appeals there.
Yeah. And they overturn the verdict, the positive test, because the other federations at that time in the '98 Olympics all had different amounts of THC you could have in your blood. So like figure skating maybe was 30 nanograms or
something else was
nanograms.
maybe 2.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So they go, but you can't have a double standard here, Olympic people.
Yeah.
Everybody has to have the same standard.
Yeah.
And then April, after the Olympics, which are in February every year, all the federations get together at the annual convention, and they made a rule now that everybody has the same.
No, it's really cool though, like because just over all those years. I remember I saw you in France one time in teen. It was probably '98 because I was with Yeni. It was before the Olympics, and we saw each other like really quick. I was like, Ted Martin? You're like, Mike? And you said something like, we owe each other a beer at this point, Yeah. And so it's like, that's, I think, the last time I saw you, like, in the, so that was pretty funny. And I always hung on to that. I was like, Ted's rad. Like, after that point.
Well, someone had to be a snow cop in those days, right?
Totally.
Otherwise, there would have been no more competitions anyway.
Yeah.
Right? But for me, as soon as something happened, like the incident, the next day I was over it, right? Or the next hour or whatever, it's done. Probably because there's probably something else going on that I had to deal with.
Totally.
But that was just the nature of the sport. Now it's completely different.
Yeah.